Back on our show this Thursday, Jeff Ryan with us, the Alexandria Football Officials Association. They had their first meeting last night. Hard to believe football just around the corner, Jeff.
That's right. It's almost here.
Yeah,
probably about 50 days away.
Yep. Can you believe that? It's just summer's ready for school.
Right.
Well, tell us about that meeting last night and what was covered.
So we had our first meeting. It was just a kickoff meeting.
Yeah.
We went through some of the important dates that we have coming up. We have a state rules clinic in August that's coming up. There's a written test that we have to take each year, so we kind of went over the schedule for that, the study group that we put together for that. We talked about our season, the number of games that we have this year.
Yeah.
We serve about 19 schools across the central Louisiana area. So some weeks we have we have 1 week where we only have 4 games on a Friday night, but we have some weeks where there's 10 or 12 games on a Friday night.
Yeah. And you need officials.
That's right. We need officials.
Emphasize that.
For the most part, the last few years we've averaged about 70 to 75 guys. Most of our Friday nights this year, we have 10 games scheduled for Friday night. Most of those games require 7 people, so that's 70 officials.
Yeah.
So that's right at the numbers that we've had the last few years. So we're always just looking for new people to come out and give it a try.
Involved.
What specific criteria are you looking for?
Well, 2 things that you have to have. You have to be at least 21 years old and a high school graduate, and you can't have a criminal record.
And you better have some thick skin too.
Right. So that's kind of the basic requirement. But you gotta have a joy for calling a game, and be able to have that thick skin, because you will hear things from the stands or from the sidelines.
Well, sure. That's just a part of it.
I think more than anything, it's just having a love for the game. You get a chance to be a part of the game.
Right.
You get a front row seat to the action.
Exactly.
It's also a good way to make a little bit of money. You get paid for the games that you do. So
on a Thursday or Friday night.
Right.
And how about the physical endurance?
I think some people look at it and think it's a lot of running involved. There's some running involved in it, but most plays in a high school game aren't more than like 5 yards, so you're not running down the field all night long.
Okay, Jeff, people who are watching right now might be interested in becoming a ref. What do they need to do?
They can contact either myself or Trey Cox, who's the president. We will have a meeting now from again next Wednesday.
Right.
Will be our next meeting. We'll have meetings all the way through November. Every Wednesday night we're at PINEVILLE High School at 7 o'clock in the cafeteria. They can contact us. They do need, in order to be an official this year, they do need to sign up by August the 7th.
Okay, August 7th is kind of the hard deadline.
Right, that's the hard deadline, because that's when they have to be signed up with the state association.
Right.
And do you give them is there a class in which they have to go through the rules, regulations, and what is that about?
We do have a study group that will be meeting starting at 6 o'clock each Wednesday. It starts next week. We'll go through the rules. We'll go through the study questions that they have for the written test. We also have some on-the-field clinics that we do. For brand new officials, they don't necessarily get on the field on Friday night their first year, but there are JV games that they can call on Monday nights, junior high games they can call on Thursday nights.
Get that
and
experience.
That's how they'll get their experience.
Yeah.
But really, it must be someone that has a passion for football.
Right, you have to be interested in the sport. If you're not, then it's hard to pick up the rules. It's hard to stay interested in the game.
How long have you been an official, Jeff?
This will be my 18th year, actually.
So you obviously enjoy it.
I've
Keep
been
coming
doing
back.
it a long time.
Any major rule changes for 2016?
No, actually, we have like 1 rule change for this year. So it's no major rule changes.
And that helps.
The rules are a little different than what you see on Sunday afternoon if you've just been watching pro football. But we don't have really anything new this year.
Right. Okay, Jeff, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate you being on Good Day Sinlaw this morning.
problem.
Thank you, Jeff.
Meet every Wednesday night, Pineville High School.
Pineville High School.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Got it. More to come, the Treehouse Museum. We'll chat with Kara Edwards.